Today we are going to be talking about how to find your phone if it ever goes missing. And I was just thinking that, if you're out and about during the summer, that this might be helpful for you just in case your phone goes missing. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is how to find your device with an Android phone. So we're going to talk about Android first, and then we'll move on to iPhone. So the app that you will use to find your Android phone is called Find My Device. And like a lot of the apps that we talk about, it's a Google app, and it is really helpful for finding misplaced phones. So when you use this app, there's a couple of different things you can do, all of which can be helpful depending on the circumstances of how your phone got misplaced. So you can view the current location of your phone on a map, even if your phone is locked. So I'll show you that feature. You can make your phone play a sound. If you think you've just misplaced it, like in your apartment or wherever you may be, it can make a really loud sound, even if it was set to silent. That can be very helpful too. You can remotely lock your phone. So if you think it was unlocked, you can go ahead and lock it. So if somebody finds it, they can't get into it. And when you lock it, you can also put a message on it of how the person who finds it can contact you if you would like to do that. You can also, as a last resort, you can wipe your phone's data if you think it's lost for good. So if you want to make sure that there's no way that somebody will have access to anything that's on your phone, and you think, there's no way you're getting it back, you can wipe your data remotely, okay? So we'll look at Find My iPhone later, but for right now, we're focusing on Android. So we're gonna start in the Play Store. So you're gonna go in and download Find My Device. It should have a little icon that looks like this. So Google Find My Device. And then you're gonna click Install. Once you do that, you're gonna open the app and select which Google account you want to use in order to log in. So for this one, I'm using my Tech Talk Test 405. If you only have one Google account, then that would be the one that you use, but it's the one that you use on your phone most often. So just select that one. It's going to ask you just to use your location. So if you want to be able to locate your phone on a map, if it goes missing, then you need to accept this. And it's just saying that that's what that feature is for. So once you've done that, you are all set up. Your device, you see it says Galaxy S10. That's my phone. All right. Once you've done that, that means your phone is set up to be tracked in the case that you lose it. Okay. So once you've done that step and accepted everything, you see your particular device on this screen, you are all set. Okay. So I have that on. Let's say I go out and I misplace my phone. Here's what I'm going to do. So I need another device because obviously I don't have my phone. So let's say I use someone else's phone or a laptop or a tablet. So what you're going to do is sign into your Google account, the Google account that is associated with your phone. And then you're going to go to google.com/android/find. You can also just Google Find My Device and it'll be the first thing that comes up. Okay. So if you haven't already logged into your Google account at that point, you need to go ahead and do that in order to get to your own Google account as opposed to someone else's. All right, so when you do that, you go to google.com/android/find. You could see something like this. This is the view of it on a laptop computer. It'll be similar on a phone or a tablet. It'll just be a little condensed. I wanted to make this big so you could see. All right, so you'll see here, I didn't zoom in. You can get very close to the actual address of where your phone is. I didn't zoom in just because I didn't want to share my home address with the entire world, but you'll see that there's a dot there of where my cell phone is currently located. If I zoomed in, I could get down to like my address basically. So here are the things that you can do. That's an indication of how you can see where your phone is currently located. All right, so these are the things that you can do once you're on this screen. You can play a sound. And again, like I said, even if your phone is on silent or vibrate, it'll still make this sound. This like overrules all the settings to make actually a really kind of loud and obnoxious sound that would be very difficult to miss. If you suspect that you probably left your phone somewhere in your apartment, this can be super helpful. This is probably the one that I would use the most because I tend to misplace my phone within my apartment. So what you do is you just hit this play sound. Your phone will make a very loud noise for 5 minutes. And that can help you find it. If you don't think it's lost out in the world, that can be a really helpful feature. Okay, if you do think you have lost it somewhere public and you're worried about somebody being able to get into your phone and see your information, you can click on Secure Device. That's the second down on that. And when you do that, you're going to click Secure Device and it's going to ask, do you want to do that? And you're going to say yes. But you will also have the option to type a message that will pop up on your lock screen if anyone finds your phone. That's pretty cool. If somebody like clicks on your phone, they won't be able to get into it, but on your lock screen, you'll see something that says, they'll see whatever message it is you send them. So you could tell them an alternate phone number for them to call you, or an email address where they could reach you if they did find your phone, relying on people's good intentions to try and get your phone back to you, but also it's secured so they can't get your information. And then the last step, and only do this if you have all of your information backed up, like all of your data on your device is backed up to the cloud, or you have something sensitive on there, and you really think that your phone is gone for good. Because if you erase everything on your device and you don't have it backed up in the cloud, it's gone. That might be worth it to you if you really don't want somebody to get into your phone. But just know that if you do this, you can't undo it, and this is a last resort. But it is really helpful to know that you can do this if your phone is out there in the world and it has anything sensitive on it, and you want to just make sure that nobody's going to get their hands on that. But it will tell you, you have to go into erase a device. It'll make you sign in again, and it'll make you agree that that is actually what you want to do. So it gives you some barriers to that, so you don't ever accidentally do that. Okay, that's the last resort, but it's helpful if you need it. Okay, and then a note about safety, because I think we talk about this being able to locate a phone on a map, and I know that that can be alarming if you feel like you might get tracked or something like that. I think this is, for me, I think this is helpful enough that I am not personally super worried about the security issues, but that's just my own situation. So you judge this based on your own situation. If you do think that there's a possibility that somebody could have your Google login and could be tracking your phone, change your Google password immediately. Like, just change it to something you haven't shared with anybody. And this is just a good reminder too, don't share your Google password with people unless it is someone that you absolutely trust. And even then, be really, really careful about that. You never know. But change your passwords often if you can. Just make sure you keep up with them. But definitely, if you feel like somebody might be tracking your phone, change your Google password. And also too, if you ever feel that you just want to like turn off this Find My Device feature because it feels too risky for you or something, you can always just go into the Find My Device app, and you're going to click on the top right-hand corner, all right, and then Find My Device settings, and you're just going to turn it off. So use Find My Device. You're just going to turn this little thing and slide it to the left, all right, and that'll turn it off. If you ever want to do that, that's fine too. And then you can turn it back on when you want to. So just know that there are things that you can do to make sure that you're safe. Okay, so let's look at how we do this on iPhone. It's a little different, but similar steps. All right. What is called on iPhone is just Find My. And so it's Find My, you can do your phone, your headphones can be part of it. Anything that's been connected by Bluetooth that is a Apple device can be tracked using Find My. First, you're going to open the settings app on your iPhone and then click on your name. So the settings is that gear, and then click where your name is, and then tap Find My. And make sure that this is turned on. There's other stuff going on down here. We're sort of just focusing on the Find My iPhone right now, okay? So just make sure that's green. Once you've done that, that means that your phone is being tracked, right? I mean, you can track your phone if you lose it. So let's say you lost your phone, you can use another device and go to iCloud.com/find, and you're going to log into your iCloud account with your Apple ID. Okay. And if you're at this one that says /find, you will see a screen that looks like this. So it's not that dissimilar from the one that is the Android one. So it's going to be a map that shows where your phone currently is. So what you'll have here is a list of devices at the top. So you're going to click on all devices from the drop-down menu, and you're going to select the device you want to find. So for this one, we use Smart's MacBook Air, and you see that it gives me a couple of different options. So this is the same thing that would happen if you tracked your phone. I just did it with a laptop to show you that as well. So again, you have the same options that you did with the Android app. So you can play a sound, so it'll make a loud noise so that you can find it if it's close by. You can lock the device, whether it's a laptop or a phone. So lock it so no one can get into it. Or you can, again, erase the device's content. Again, last resort, especially if you don't have things backed up into the cloud, but good to know in case there's anything sensitive on your phone that you need to be able to wipe remotely. And if you do have questions, please type them in the chat below the video, and I'll try and get to them and answer them via chat and fill you in on any information that might have been missing from this video.